We're going to be continuing off the existing series, which I've been working on, which is the DSC for WordPress websites. So I'm just going to build some design set configuration. I've been kind of procrastinating on it. I've been playing some games and been a bit lazy there. So my friend Christian's he's basically going to be doing some prep today for his next week back at TAFE. So today I'm basically just going to be doing some we're just going to be continuing off the series because this is just something that needs to be done. So let's continue where we left off, which is basically where what we had a look at was the whole DSC configuration, looking at different methods that I need to use or different solutions to be able to get WordPress installed on my target machine. One of the things that we're focusing on in that first session was a bit of discovery. I'm fairly new to DSC. I've obviously touched it beforehand, but I've just kind of got to go through and do a bit of a refresher. I'm getting a bit of a better understanding of it. So from that, we're going to be writing some DSC, hopefully. Today, we're just going to be writing some basic stuff, and then from there, we can obviously start getting some testing done. Today, I'm hoping to have all the basic fundamental DSC written, so that's just the Windows features, the Chocolatey PowerShell gallery module installed, so then basically I can install MySQL and PHP. I'm also hoping to have some PowerShell written to be able to install WordPress and be able to detect the version. That's basically my goal for today. I'm not trying to do much else for today, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish that. So we're going to get stuck into it. Hopefully we can get some good traction on the specific project and we can get it moving forward. So I think the first thing we need to do here is I think we just basically need to change the screen. Let me see if I can do this. We can go to screen. Sweet. Okay, so I'm just obviously streaming the screen now. You guys can see. So I've just got some template code there that I'm kind of mulling around with in terms of what I'm actually wanting to deploy. So I think I'm going to break my configurations down into its different elements. So web server configuration, which is just focusing primarily on the Windows features, which is just IIS in this instance. I do think that there will be some other elements that we need to add there, so other features and configurations that need to be applied. What would be really nice would be like HTTPS certificates, things like that applied directly, but I think for the time being we'll just keep it quite simple. We've also got obviously we want to apply a Chocolatey configuration, so that'll be installing the Chocolatey stuff. The Chocolatey PowerShell modules, and then basically from there we can go ahead and install PHP and MySQL. Troubleshooting that will basically be we'll need to build a MySQL instance and then troubleshoot that. So that will I'm thinking in terms of a complete solution. I'm not going to deploy a fully deployable customized WordPress, but basically just have all the certain elements in there in place so that we can actually go ahead and do that initial first configuration. So it'll basically download the WordPress configuration and put it on the MySQL instance. And what it will do is hopefully if we have MySQL configured properly, we can basically set up user accounts, set up some databases, get that done so that we can then plug that into WordPress and hopefully have something what we can basically just start from a wizard and then go next. So let's get started and we can go from there. So what are we going to do now is alrighty, so so I'm kind of just doing a research trying to work out what the best way to get a PowerShell module as a required item within the configuration. I don't think it's required, but it's still something that I do think would be useful. So just having a quick Google around at the moment. I think the biggest thing is getting your head around all the resources and what's actually available. Because there is a few resources, so I've just done a get DSC resource. I can see that we've got package, process, PowerShell package. Okay, no, that's just package. We've got We do have X scripts, so I'm thinking I might just have a quick look at that one. Well, we do have. I'll have a quick look at that. DSC. It's web administration. Okay, cool. So we can actually use that to manage IIS. That's really good. That'll simplify our IIS instance. That's really good to know. I might just note that down. I'll just put that in my quick. I'm just going to quit a quick. Just paste that there. What else do we have? We got virtual directories and things like that. So there's a lot of good stuff there. That's really good. Is a logging handler function, development process function tab. X user, remote file registry. Okay, I installed this one previously, but it doesn't actually have the configuration. You can't actually install MySQL with it. You can only manage it, which is that's not bad as well. But yeah, it's not optimal. What I'm looking for is some sort of. It might just be X script. I might just have to write it as a script. That's fine. What we got here? Let's find this. Get script, set script, test script. Okay. Just gonna have a quick look at an example. See what people have got there. Good old 101. So we've got get script. Oh, okay, so we've got script enable firewall. Okay. Must return true or false, returns nothing. Well, that's easy. So what we can do there, this is actually really good. So what we can do there, our node, yep, localhost script. So we define our script enable firewall. That's what we're going to call it. Oh, actually, yep, we're going to call it script enable firewall. How's it calling enable firewall? I think it's just calling firewall script resource. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, that makes sense. So let's just drag that down there and let's quickly write this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to WordPress. So we're just going to call this our. We're just going to go WordPress. What should we call this? WordPress. Oh, WordPress fundamentals. I'm thinking. No. PHP, MySQL configuration. So yeah, node. The node will be just the computer name, so we can target computers, which is really good. Then we basically need a script. So we already have the Windows feature, so we can just go script. We're just going to go enable Chocolatey. PowerShell module. It also helps if I can spell, so let me just quick. Enable. Now, this is one of these things where I am going to feel like I'm not going to half-ass it, and I'm going to actually make an effort. One moment, I'm just going to quickly go AFK for a second. Alrighty. So what we can do here is we just go script. So we just need a get, a test, and a set, which is quite easy. So we can just do. So it must return a hash table with at least one key named result as type string. Oh, okay, that's dead easy. So what we can do there is we can just go get script like so. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. And we need to work out if Chocolatey is installed. So we can get get window. I'll get module list available. And then we can like this is the worst way to do it. Like I just cannot stand this. The reason why is because when using the require statement, in PowerShell scripting, the require statement is a way better way to do things. I wish I had a require statement, but I'm just going to try plaster to make sure that it is there. Sweet. So plaster's there. So what we can do is we can just go. I think it's Choco. What's the module name? What's the module name? Yes, see Choco. So what we can do, we can basically say if it's installed or not. And what we can do is we build our array by saying return that result with at least one key name result. So what's the get used for? What's get script used for? What is get script used for? I am now going back. Just quickly googling it. Script resource. I'm just having a look at the Microsoft documentation because this is really good. The gets, yep, it's 3 to strings. Yep, that's fine. Does not store an output. Executes get script to retrieve and knows current state. Okay, so we need to be able to work out whether it's installed or not. If you specify a value, it must be a hash table containing result. For example, okay, we got set script, test script, get script. Okay, gets the content, tests the path, sets it. Okay, that's fine. So what we can do is we can just do result is Croco like so. And then basically that will do that. Now we need to test script. Test will basically be it needs to return a true or false. Is that correct? So this decides state. Okay, so this will return if it's in the current state, or which it's only there or not. This is going to return whether it's actually, or how to test whether it's in its current state. So that module needs to exist. So what we need to do is we need to go okay, so we need to do in essence what we can do is go yeah, we can is there a better way to do it? Really nice if we can cast whether it's null or not as a boolean. If it's null or empty, hang on. I wonder if there's a bool. True string. Huh. That's intriguing. I want to try something. Let's see if I can do this. That should system.boolean doesn't okay. Boolean.trueString. What is that? Over to MSDN. Boolean to trueString. What are you? It's static read only. Okay. Field equals. This field is equal to the string true. Oh, interesting. Okay. So what we can do is let's say if get module list available where object is not see choco like so, and then we can say is as not equal to null because it will return a value if it is null, if it contains something. We can just say return true, else false. We can say if the also helps if I can spell them. It sure does. Alright, so that's what I'm thinking. So got that, see choco. I know it's one line, but I just find it's easier to do this. If the true like that, otherwise like so. So that's that. And now we need to set scripts. So this is going to be the interesting part because I always found that with installing modules, it can get a little flaky. So I'm going to go have a hunt. I do have some code which I wrote, which I honestly didn't think I could write this, but I did, because you have to automatically update NuGet packages and things like that. And that's something that we have to validate before we even attempt to do it, before we do an install. So what I do there is I've got some code that I wrote that basically does that. It's pretty old, so it's going to be pretty crap. So we need to update it, but that's fine. So if we go to, I need to kind of go find my code. Oh, where's it gonna be? Oh, text message. Oh, yep. No worries. So where is it? This is going to be a tough one because I think it was. Yeah, it's also within a project. Start sleep. No. Gather software. Gather disk space from patch boost. Fine. Just Windows updates. Pesta. I think it was Pesta. Before we could run Pesta. I have to have a look at my code. Let's have a quick squiz. It's just boring stuff. Oh man, this code's terrible. Definitely not that one. It needs to install it. That's what I've tried to. How to install module or something. I'm just going to attack Visual Studio Code to find it, maybe. AWS profile, tag explorer, no. EC2 instances, no. Oh man, I gotta find this code. But basically what we need to do is we need to exclude all, we need to be able to cater for all that. It's definitely worth the look, put it that way. SSM update. That's the test. So a quick look, this is a pasta test, is it? Yeah, these are pasta tests. Okay, that's fine, that's infrastructure pasta tests. Tag. Oh boy. Alright, time to break out the old searcher really. See if I can search module. If worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna, or maybe it's add module. I think it's add module. Let's have a quick squeeze. Is it this one? I think it is. I only need to take the good stuff. Try tentative. I think this is it. Okay. Got it. Alright. So what we need to do is I need to clean up this code, but in essence what this does is it will try and get the latest version of NuGet and do all that NuGet stuff before we go anywhere else. I'm going to need to do some logging, so I'm wondering what I'm going to do there. Verify if NuGet's been installed. NuGet hasn't been, it's not been installed. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to get the latest version of NuGet. We're going to put some logging in here later. Alright, so once I've done that, I can then go ahead and install my module. So we'll need to test that, but we need to go to Chocolatey, PowerShell Gallery. Oh man, see, this is a chocolatey one. This is a chocolatey one. What is the official one? That's what I want to know. Okay, how do we install Chocolatey? I want to go to the official one. Installing Chocolatey, non-administrative. Yeah, blah blah blah. Install with command prompt. Okay, they're basically doing some weird thing. Install with PowerShell.exe. Oh, okay, we don't even need to do that. Fantastic. Alright, what's this? Let's have a quick squiz at this. Oh, okay, we got a full-blown script. Fantastic. Get downloader. Jeez. Why don't I just put it on the gallery? I love how it's okay. Please, but how do we know when the latest version is? Like, once if you make a change, so we're running. author Chocolatey software. I'm just going to go this one because that install Chocolatey, see Choco, and we're just doing that. I'm just going to quickly run this up in my PowerShell 6 DSC PowerShell 6 core. PowerShell 6 core. Let's see what happens. I want to see what's in there. So ultimately, I want to make sure the module is what exactly we need. So this is the thing. This is why we need to have that. Get the NuGet package providers and update them. So I'm just going to make sure that this is all up to date. No match is found for criteria NuGet. Get package source to see all the registered package sources. I skipped some code. Fantastic. So I need to verify if the package source exists. If it doesn't, basically register a package source. Okay, look at that. Look at that. That's why we need to do this. So I'm just going to register you. PS Gallery exists. Then what are you whinging about? NuGet should be fine. That's what it's doing. Find package. Yep, select the first one. I think I've just like yeah, I've done some dodge. I just need to clean this up. I actually don't need to. I was just checking with the thing, so try and get the latest version of NuGet. So what I do is do that. Pop that in like that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. NuGet's not being installed. Get package provider, NuGet. Some package provider, NuGet. Oh my goodness, this is such a pain in the backside. Alright, we're not going to even do that. I just want to update it. Man, I am so confused right now. This is reading like 2-year-old code. This is fantastic. Hello viewer, your very first viewer. Welcome to my my stream. Hope you stick around and say good day. Yeah. Oh well, we're just going to install Chocolatey on here. I just want to see what it does. I'm probably going to probably ask when I want to update everything else under the sun, which is what I don't want to have happen because it's going to be a pain in the backside. That's what I don't want. Let me just quickly just go confirm. Installing modules from an untrusted trustless rubber. Change the installation policy by setting set PS repository. Okay. So this is a really awesome. Okay, so we don't support pipeline. Okay, that's good to know. What are we going to do here? source exists. Yep. I'm also going to trust the package source. So let's see if I'm also just gonna see what happens. Okay, that's perfect. Alright. So we've done that. Since we've done that, now we can actually go ahead. We install the module. I don't really think we need to do anything else apart from that. So that's basically our set script. I think that's pretty much done in terms of that. Now I need to work out how to set dependencies within DSC. I know that there's a way you can set dependencies. DSC set dependency. Set dependency. It depends on bingo. No, I don't want that one. MSDN. Stack Overflow is alright. Depends on DSC resource name. Okay, sweet. Yep. Perfect. DSC. Need to depend on the key work in the custom resource. You can use this in configuration to find dependency general formatters. Yep. Oh, I can just have a look at this. Depends on equals DSC resource type name of resource. Okay. What are you dependent on? So you depend on that. Install facts. Okay, let's install facts. Yep, Windows feature. Oh, perfect. That's easy. Really easy. Okay, cool. So what we need to do now is, since we've got our Chocolatey PowerShell module, I need to now build a enable PHP. I'm just going to call it Chocolatey, or Choco PHP, because it's going to be deployed through Chocolatey. So what we're going to do there is we need to do a depends on. So what I need to do, just kind of quickly go back and have a look at that example again. Okay, yep. Okay, so now I can just go depends on, and I can then define the type, which is script, and the actual name, which is enable Chocolatey PowerShell module. So it requires that to run. What is message? Oh, okay, you can actually define a message. That's fine. This doesn't really depend on this. It also depends on. Can you define it from other configurations? Or is it specifically set to its own? I would say it's set to its own configuration just due to the scoping. That's fine anyway, because realistically we can define. I can define PHP. PHP can be installed, but it doesn't need to have IIS, I don't believe. We can give it a go anyway. So it depends on that. I'm also going to do script choco PHP. We're going to do choco MySQL. And that depends on that. So now I've got my two items. Now I need to have a get script. Get script will be, we need to install Choco since we've just done that. How am I going to test whether it's installed or not? That's going to be the first criteria. Now if I quickly look at my test, if I have discovery, WordPress, Choco install, so that's how I'm going to install it. So I think I'm just going to have a I'm just going to have like I'm just going to do some static checks. So if we get scripts, test scripts, set scripts, like so, and we can just do a Choco and using Chocolatey. I actually want to have a bit more of a look at what customization I can do with MySQL there. We can upgrade it as well. Okay, that's really cool. So we can actually test it, whether it's upgrade. I wonder if we can go. Does Choco have a way to fetch and look at the stats? That'll be really cool if it does, because then I can just go check the stats, then run it. So what we can do there. So let's just go with MySQL. We can just go. Oh, this is interesting because if it's not the latest version, we actually need to test versioning. Because if it's actually installed, we're actually wanting to test PHP is installed, and then we also need to test if PHP is the current version, because we also want to automatically update PHP without having to do anything. So what we can do there, we have a bit of a look around Chocolatey itself. So let's have a quick look. Let's just have a quick look. So I'll install it. See Choco. Okay, command module. That's not good. So get module. It has nothing in it. Alright, where is it? Let's go have a look at what it actually did. Alright, let's just open up a new instance of code. We're going to go have a quick squiz at that. I just want to have a quick look at the code because I just ran something and it hasn't done anything, so that's always a good thing. I honestly think that's just a pain in the backside, to be honest, but I might be looking at it the wrong way. There's nothing there. Oh, actually there is. I'll just go select the follow. Alright, let's have a quick squiz. So what we got here, we've got a PSD file. Yep, fantastic. Anything sort of examples? Choco features. Okay, so this is. Okay. It's a PowerShell configuration. That works way better. That's actually way better for DSC. Okay, so see Choco feature allow global confirmation. Yep, present. PowerShell host. PowerShell. Yep, we know your absent. Yep. For example, for DSC super. See Choco installs. Okay. That's probably a better way to do it. We can probably just use DSC. What's our DSC resources? Let's have a quick squeeze. What we got? Choco feature, Choco installer, Choco installer. Install Skype with Choco parameters. Name Skype, ensure present, auto upgrade true. Well, look at that. That's it right there. That's it. That's the easiest thing. So we can actually get rid of my convoluted module one. So we can get rid of that. PHP MySQL Choco. What we can do here is do this. Just get rid of all that. We actually don't need any scripts. We can actually just use these to manage it. So we can just go that. Or actually no. we still need that because we actually still need to install the module. And I'm still going to call it Choco though because I still think that's cool. So localhost, local names, Chocolatey PowerShell module. Yep, test scripts, set scripts. So we still need to install. I'm just going to call it DSC PowerShell module. So I'll actually install it. That's fine. We can get rid of that. We can set this. So as our configuration, get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then we can just do this. Because this is dependent on that. So what we can say, no local host. I can probably do this. I don't think this is right because I've got a chicken and egg scenario here, so I might even have to have that installed previously. I'm just gonna have a quick look at DSC. DSC. What am I looking for? It depends on. That's another configuration. Depends on configuration. Multiple depends on. Yeah. Windows feature. Yeah, but that's within the same configuration. Hello guys. Hello viewers. Why is that playing ball? DSC. I need to work on the DSC configuration. I need to work out. Can I reference outside its configuration? So I'm just kind of thinking about Pesta and how Pesta works, and Pesta doesn't work that way. It's not capable of doing that. So I think what I'm going to do is need to just break it into its own configurations. But I'm going to hum about that one. I'm probably going to have to break it up, but that's fine. That's fine. So what we're going to do now, I'm thinking what we can do here. Just going to keep cracking on and we'll worry about that in a moment. So what we're going to need is, if I go back to my tests, which was just not even test because I was just fuffling around. So I can do this, go WordPress server, Choco input name is PHP, type version. What if I can get away with the version? Because I'm pretty sure if I go to Choco package installer, that's a Choco package installer. I want to have a quick look at that now. If I go back to here, to get, that's a test and shows absence, blah blah blah. Test Choco installed. Choco's not installed yet. Choco installed. Oh, okay, yeah. So what we can do, that should be fine. So if so that should be fine. So if we go that, Chocolatey params, and then we go see Choco Skype. Oh, we don't want Skype. We're just going to install. What do we install? PHP with. I'm just going to go install PHP, and then with this one we're going to install MySQL. I want to see what we have. I think we were looking at it, but I just want to see if there's any more. We can just install it and then basically we'll manage the upgrade. So what I'm thinking how do we define installation parameters? Because ultimately that's really what I want. Let's have a quick squiz. So it's just installing it. Install directory. Oh, lost that. Fantastic. Let's hide and show. Okay, so install directory. Yep, if it exists, where's the system directory install directory? That's actually funny because it's checking if the directory exists and creates the directory. Okay, that's fine. That's very C sharpy. Install directory, join path, bin root. Where's bin root? Get tools location. What the hell's get tools location? Okay. That's going to be a good start because it's going to install it in the running directory if it doesn't exist. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So what we can do here is, yeah, find the unpack. Yep. Start Chocolatey, processes admin, net stop MySQL, delete it. Oh, okay. Love that. No service installed. Delete the current bin. Alright, for MySQL, I think we're not going to do that. I think I'm just going to say get the latest version, and we're not going to make sure it's ensure auto upgrade. So we're just going to set that to false, just for making sure that I don't lose my instance of MySQL. Alright, so that's that. I think the final one would be WordPress. So I think I'm going to try and keep the script because there was a Choco. I think there was a Choco for WordPress. I have a quick squiz, but I think it was average. Yeah, because you got the platform installed, but I don't particularly want that. Turns any Windows machine into a WordPress development server. I don't want that. I just want the WordPress download. Okay, we can't get it, so that's fine. So what we're going to do is do this all over again. We're just going to do that, and we're going to go that. This depends. This will depend on that. So we just need to set. Oh, I need to actually put more content. I need to do this. So we're going to go script. Let's just say install WordPress. We're just going to go script install WordPress. I'm going to say extract because if I say install, that's misleading. I'm just going to download it and extract it in a directory. So we can just go install and extract WordPress. Get rid of scripts. Download and extract WordPress like so. Get scripts. Oh, okay, so this is the fun one with WordPress because if we have a quick look at the WordPress website, I just did. Oh my God, what a fail! What a fail! So we just have a quick look at its features, products. Where is it? WordPress. I don't want to host. I want to download it. I'm just gonna do this. It's usually something like that. Oops, doesn't exist. Okay, where is it? Am I having a man look? Support features, overview themes, plugin Google Ads, products, products, plans for resources. I think it's under resources, support news. It's WordPress.org, not WordPress.com. Some guys decided to take the .com address. WordPress should have took it, but anyway. So you can download this. This is basically the latest, greatest content. But the problem is I can't, unless I do an explicit lookup, have a look at the div. It makes it a little bit difficult. I don't particularly feel comfortable looking at it because you are depending on something that potentially can change. So my second idea was to have a look at my idea was to have a look at the releases here, and you can see I've got all our releases. This is again, the thing is, if you have a look at, actually that's a better way of doing it. So what I can do is you can see, for example, all the zips in here. So if I do a quick, let's just jump into my ISC. So I'm just going to go web form. We're just going to use some basic parsing. See if I can get a content out. It's a good start. Let's have a look at web form. Nice. Let's have a look at our links. Sweet. So what we can do now, so I can just do is equal to like. This will just give me a better filter. Okay, so we get all our IIS links, and we've got our HTML, we've got our hyperlink addresses. What I'm thinking is here, geez, there's so many. Okay, so I'm going to do a select. Oh, just do this. If you want to take a shortcut with select, just do that. Okay, so that works. So what we can do is let's get rid of that and go href. Href property. Cleans it up a bit more. Let's clean it up even more because we want to. Let's go select first 5. I could actually download the MD5 checksums as well. So, but for this instance, we're just going to skip that. And we're going to exclude. Well, that's interesting. We've got WordPress 5.1.1, and then we've got 2 exactly the same. Really? That's fun. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we've got multiple there. So we just need to do a select unique. So what we can do there is like IIS, put that inside of that like that. Get that. And then we can just go href is not like MD5 or .href. This is so not clean. SHA1. Just squeeze that around. That should give us a cleaner result. There we go. So you can see that. Oh, that didn't do diddly squat. So we can just do that. We can do SHA1. I think I'm just going to have to break that up. That up. It needs to be an and, doesn't, because basically we need it. We don't want it to be an or. So let's clean that up. So we can just go to our content. And now we can just do a and not or. Yeah, we could do a not or. I was just going to do an and because basically it's just, yeah. If we just do a unique. What do you mean by, sorry, if you said and not or, can you provide an example? While we're doing that, let's have a quick look at this. not happy with that. I'm not happy with that at all. No worries. Just the thing that drives me nuts about this is the fact that I shouldn't have to do this. Like, I'd rather query a GitHub page, query an actual repo, and download from Git than have to do this. This is just, yeah. I meant you wanted and instead of, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, that's correct, yeah. Um, it's one of those, yeah, it's one of those things where I write it and then I'll think about it and I'll go, oh, hang on, no, it's got to be and that and that. And I go, oh, doink. Um, yeah, the thing is I'm really hating at the moment is the fact that it is not clean at all. I am not happy with this. Like, if it just takes one deployment of WordPress to, let's say they make a slight change of the way that they do their releases, and that's it. You can have code that breaks, whereas a GitHub repo follows standards, so you can actually go to the releases. You can actually get releases from that, which is like you can clone the repos, and such a cleaner way of doing it than doing this. I'm not a fan of it, but for this instance, I just think we're gonna, yeah, I think we're just gonna stay with it. Stay with the state of the par. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Let's just carry on. So this is my monstrosity of a terrible query. It's not something that I'm proud of. Usually I would like to write something better, but it just depresses me. It really does. When I write code, I just cannot stand when something just doesn't, like something like that. If there's any way that it can be done cleaner, it should be done cleaner. I don't particularly like having to invoke web requests to go enumerate, but this is what we've got to do. So how long have you been doing PowerShell Reason? Keep doing that. Paste that in. Web request, PowerShell releases use basic parsing. This is also catering on the fact that we've got a proxy working as well. So I think I'm going to have to go find some template code and clean that up. So I need to. This is the thing I love about proxies. I do think I need to set a proxy configuration. So I do remember somewhere. Oh, well, I'm not. Wait, I'm running transparent. I don't care. What am I thinking? I'm not writing it. I'm not writing anything. So I'm just going to skip that. Yeah. All right. Let's keep cracking on. Okay. So if I want to hit a release, then I've got my HRE, I've got my hyperlink. So all I need to do is do a web client download. It's interesting. You can use invoke web request to do the download, but it's actually faster for some reason. I think it's just due to the overlay that I'm using system.net.download file. I think it is system.web.net, system.net.web. One of that specific class. It's actually quicker to download. I remember doing some research on it. I was thinking, what's the difference? And apparently there is a difference. So I'll just quickly go back to my terrible filtering. There it is. Alright, I'm just going to quickly just going to set this like so I can just have a quick look at it. Yep, and then what I can do is go net.web client. Yeah, system.net.web client, that's it. And I'm going to create a new object. That's right. I thought you could just call the method. Apparently you couldn't. Just create a web client. .net.web client. New web client object. Download file. We don't really need to do it asynchronously. Now, if I recall, the source file, I've got a temp directory. I need to specify. We'll just call it Well, what we can do there is we can actually do this. Format that string, and we can just rip it out by doing a split path. Or will that actually work? Let's give that a go. Hang on, before we do that, let's just do a quick split path. What do I call it? href. Shouldn't have done that, but anyway. Let's just do a split path. Let's try. I didn't think that was going to work. I wonder if I can use a qualifier. I still don't think this is going to work. Okay. Oh, look at that. It does work. Sweet. Saves me so much time. Well, I wouldn't say much more time, but at least it saves me having to, write some ridiculous code. So I do that, and then we're just going to go to web client object dot download file. Then we need to specify a path, so we can just do we'll statically write this for the time being, but what we're probably going to do is just do it a join path or something like that. So we can just go temp /0/f /href object href split path leaf, and then we can do that, and then we need to specify I think that is what we need to do. So if we run that now, exception code, we download file, unless it's the other way around. Oh, no, it's just this. Actually, I need to wrap that in a parenthesis. It's the other way around. Betcha it's the other way around. Exception occurred during. All right, let's have a quick look at. Let's have a quick look at it in the MSDN. Download file, web client download file. There you go. Address, file name. That's easy. Oh, it's a URI. That's fine. What we can do there. So we can just do this. Just do that. Pass a string. Now it's a URI. Done. Then we can do that. Do that. Like so. And open. Hopefully. 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 So let's have a quick squiz. Ctemp. Oh, look at that. Sweet. It worked. So basically there's our WordPress distro. Let's just have a quick squiz at it. Make sure it's all that PHP goodness. It already looks like it is, and it's extracting, which is good news. Yeah. So now, yep, that's exactly what we need. Perfect. So now what we can do is I can grab all that and we can format our code in our Choco. So what we need to do here, get the latest version of WordPress. So we do that. So I'm just kind of throwing things around so I can kind of follow it up, and we need to do this. So I need to do this. Download the latest. Download. Oh yeah. Yep. Do that. Now we're going to. I like to head up my code. It just makes it a little bit easier to follow. So we've got our thing, we now need to format the response. So I'm just using the where method. So we can do that, format the response. Filtering by. Nice installations. 5 hashes. To be honest, we can definitely download those as well, and then we can validate the files. That's quite easy to do. So we've now removed our duplicates. We're going to download the file. Oh. Let's go href object. So we're going to download the file. So we're going to go new, we're going to download that file. So really need a working directory. I'm going to do that quite just right now. I'm just going to define a working directory. Actually, no, there is a DSC working directory already. I need to work out what that is. Anyway, so we're going to download the file. What's the working directory? How do we get the working directory for DSC? Get working directory for DSC. Using DSC working folder. Bingo. Okay, perfect. So what we can do is we can just do this. What I'm doing here is I'm just specifying the DSC. We're using the using. That makes sense. So I've got the DSC working folder, so I'm just going to download it in there. That's fine. Then we're going to extract actually no, I am going to download the I am going to validate the hash, because if I know the hash is okay, then at least I can extract it. We're going to extract the folder. Into the web server. I think we're going to leave it there. I actually think we have a really, like, from a DSC point of view, we've actually made a ton of progress. So I think I might pick this up later this week, if not next week. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. I'm just going to quickly commit my changes. Yeah, guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely very informative. I learned a ton just just by messing around in DSC. So, I hope you guys actually learned a little bit as well. Or if you already know some of it, you're probably just having some nostalgia moments with a person learning DSC and getting a bit of an understanding of it. But in terms of, yeah, it's really good. I I actually really starting to like it. It's very functional. DSC's got a lot of really ton of cool features, so I'm hoping that in the future that we can basically finish this little project, then I can start deploying IIS websites with WordPress installed straight away, and just running them up on demand. Just and the way that I'm planning to do it is I'm going to roll them into Azure's automation, and then through the DSC management there, I'm going to basically apply the configurations that way. So it'll all be done through Azure, and then basically I just say, yep, new version, rollout. I think there's got to be. I'm thinking of trying to work out a way where I can actually. I'm trying to work out a way where I can. I don't know how, but basically live upgrade the website, whether it can be done out of hours. So basically, what I might do is in this piece of code here, I was thinking maybe what we can do is if the script's within out of hours or something like that, then basically out of specific time, it will actually run an update and then do some sort of changes there. But that's something that we'll probably work at. Run updates out of hours. That will be something that we work on later. Obviously the PHP things like that. That's actually something I need to work on as well. I actually need to make a note that for PHP I need to stop and start it. So I might need to add a post PHP task, something along those lines, so that basically once PHP has been installed, it basically flushes and restarts IIS, things like that. So this is really good, really good. I'm learning a lot. I hope you guys learned a lot, and yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. I'm going to be streaming Saturday. Saturday is going to be for, I believe I had a, what was it regarding? It was something. I'm going to be doing REST talk. So this month's BizPug is not happening just due to the whole, we've got a whole bunch of, obviously the holidays going around at the moment. So what we're going to do Saturday is I'm going to do a REST talk, a BizPug talk that I previously did last November on REST. So it's going to be really good. It's very informative for you guys who are not fully across REST. However, even though it is an introduction, it will also cover concepts that within REST, that basically best practices and things like that. So yeah, if you guys are interested, go and check it out. It'll be this Saturday. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining, and I hope you can see you guys next time. Bye for now.